a telepresence room, as well as how to record your intro videos or any of the other videos you're sending out. This can also be used if you have meetings that you have to schedule via telepresence. The process is still the same. So anyway, we're actually going to show how to do it in a PC first, and then we'll try to do it in a Mac, and then we'll walk through the steps. So that's kind of what we're going to do here. So first and foremost, we have Todd's calendar pulled up in his Outlook. Todd, just click on New Appointment. There's a couple different ways to do it, but this way we found is the easiest for me anyway. All right, and then you go to Invite Attendees. Okay, and then you see it pulls up that. If you can pull up that perfect. All right, so as you can see, location pops up, but a new icon pulls up next to location called Rooms. Do you see that just to the right of the location field? Just to the right.
I'm just seeing. Oh, there we go.
Perfect. All right, and then you can actually go in here and hold on one second. You can go in there and then see the address book there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a drop down. Click on the drop down menu there, and if you can scroll down, you want to make sure you're picking a telepresence room. So down about halfway down the screen, there's a Cisco telepresence room. Make sure you pick U.S. and Canada under that icon. So you see you have Cisco telepresence. Underneath that at the very bottom is U.S. and Canada. You see that?
Yep.
No, the bottom of the Cisco telepresence room right there. So it's like 8 down.
I got you.
Right there. Perfect. So you click on that. That pulls up all of the rooms that are available for telepresence. Since we're going to be doing this in the Zion conference room in Linden, go into the search field and type in Zion. There you go. So you click that. These rooms have to be scheduled. You can deselect London, yeah. These rooms have to be scheduled. As such, we need to check the availability of them, so click on OK. And then up at the top, next to Appointment, there's a Scheduling Assistant. So right there, perfect. All right, you do need to schedule this where it's not full. If you try and double book something, you actually get a response or a reply from the room. If it is booked, it actually sends you a decline from your invite. So as you can see, at 12 o'clock, it's open. You can actually, what we encourage is for these videos to schedule at least an hour, just because multiple people do them at once. Sometimes you do a lot of recordings, and it can take a little bit longer than you think. So why don't we schedule that for an hour? So click back, yeah, perfect. And then you go back to Appointment. Make sure that you label this. It's really important because when you go in, it actually shows on the endpoint in the telepresence room what meeting it is. So on the subject line, just put Todd video, Todd Jones video, or whatever you're looking at. Okay. Then you send that. Okay, and then go to your mail. You'll get an acceptance. Here in just 1 second, saying that it's accepted. Okay, there you go. The meeting has been accepted. You'll get a couple other emails moving forward, but that's important you get that accepted because you can't use it unless you get that accepted. Okay. So why don't you pass the ball back over to me, Todd, if you could.
Okay. Stand by.
Perfect. I'm the presenter. I'm going to share my desktop. Let me know when you can see it.
I can see it.
Okay, perfect. All right. The scheduling something on a Mac is very similar. You just go in and go to new meeting. Go to the invite instead of there. Location. Zion. Okay, and then the scheduling system is down there. That's a little bit further down the screen. You can see the recent rooms. It tells you Zion is open for that. We'll pick it for an hour, just like that. So it's very, very similar. And you click send, you're good to go. I'm actually not going to send this, but that's the process. So before you do this, you need to actually schedule, or you need to set up your pin, okay? Before you go, you need to set up your pin. It's really important because this is how you edit the settings in your video. So you click down to Telepresence recording. I will put this link in the notes of the section, or of the video, so you know exactly what you're doing. So this is your CSE info. It says invalid always, and then it goes by. So you just wait a couple seconds. It always goes through. So first and foremost, you want to go ahead and make sure that your pin is changed. It's what you need it to be. Because when you record, again, we'll cover this slide in a second, but just make sure your pin is changed. Make sure your time zone is the same. That's really important. I always have this countdown timer clicked. Basically gives you a 5-second countdown when you record the video. Enable self-view when recording in progress, so you can see what you're saying and how you look. And show your presentation on the main display. That's all pretty self-explanatory. So you click that. Again, if you make changes, you just make sure it's saved. So you make sure that's done before you make your recording. That's really important. So anyway, so that's how it works. Can you still see my presentation here?
Yep.
Okay. So when you go into the room, the endpoint will be in the middle. As you can see, video training, like we had Todd, he had to name his training, just so you know what it is. So video training is right there. So that's what the screen's going to go, or that's what the screen's going to say. You actually click on the manual button at the bottom where my finger's pointing, right there. After that, you click on the More button. And then you click on Record. Now this will actually prompt you to put in your telepresence or your username and your PIN number. That PIN number, that's why you need to go to that site beforehand. You need to create a PIN. It's a 6-digit number or letter combination. And you need to know your Cisco email. After you're done recording, it gives you the options to review, delete, or record new. You can review it, see what you look like, see if you like it. You can delete it. There is a cloud server with this, so if you review it and you save it, it'll actually be at the cloud for 5 days, and we'll cover that in just one second. But I believe it lets you record 5 recordings. So, excuse me.
Bless you.
Pretty easy to do. If you review it, you find out you don't like it, delete it, and if you find out that you do like it and you don't want to delete it, you just record a new one. Again, when you're sitting down, some things to know. This is Casey's selfie right here, but you want to make sure when you're sitting down and the selfie showing, the reason that's important is because it actually you want the Cisco plaque in the back, so it just gives you a little bit more credibility. And that's it. So when you are done, you actually the system saves your videos in a cloud server, keeps them for 5 days. You will get an email. Let's see if I can find that email. You get an email like this right here. The Cisco Telepresence video has been shared with you. All right. You will need to actually go to this link at the bottom right here, and what that does, that takes you to that same TP site we had before. Sorry. You need to log in with your username and your password. This is where your videos are, if you've saved them. Okay?
Cool.
When they're in, you just click on the video itself, and then you need to download the video. You don't share it via show and share. The reason you don't share it via show and share, loaded via show and share as well. You want to make sure that you download them and not share them via show and share, just because show and share is actually Cisco internal only. You need to just download it. So you can actually we can upload it to YouTube, and you can send that link out and embed it into your emails. So anyway, download the HD video and you're golden. So after you're done with that, send it over to one of our reps that has a MacBook. We have an iMovie. We can edit it and add your captions that you need on your video. So that's how we send it. again, I'm going to put the link out to the Telepresence portal in a link, or I'm going to have that link in the video. Let me know if you have questions, but that's pretty much how you do it. Thanks so much for your time, guys.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Have a good one.